Hello, welcome. Hope everybody's doing well today. Okay, first person here is Mega Love. Okay, when it comes to love, life is moving forward. If you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. If you're not with anyone, you could have a Sagittarius coming in, or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, possibly even a Libra. Exploring your options leads to success around love and romance heating up. Mariana, general for the week. General for the week. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Teamwork is favored around work, school, and business, and you have money coming in. Queen, love. Queen, love. Okay, if you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be functioning pretty well. If you're not with anyone, you'll have choices and options. You have new beginnings on the horizon, so leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you. Slow and steady wins the race, and explore your options, but you have a couple of people here. You have Water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life's moving forward. Not too bad. Hi, Mel. Oh, good morning, Jasmine. Alessandra, me, and Esteban for the next 2 weeks. Well, you got good communication coming in, or communication picking up. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication looks good. I would think you're probably going to see one another too, most likely within the next 2 weeks. TVET for today. TVET for today. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures, and you could get good news around work, school, or business. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the day. Emily, near future for Jane and me. Near future looks pretty good. You have communication either coming in or picking up with growth, change, or transformation coming in. Maybe spending time together, and you could even be planning travel. Kimon, general. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life begins to move forward. You may have maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and you'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Empress could be bringing in love and money, or more of it. Nat, general. Nat, general. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Money is coming in, finances are improving, and you might be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You could be planning travel. Cause for celebration comes in around a new job or business opportunities, like a wish come true. That's pretty good. Pallavi, love. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. You could have some choices and options coming in. You may have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in, or you have water coming in with a romantic offer. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Scorpio comes up strongest. You have a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship on the horizon, and with the Empress, you have the ability to have more money. You have money and love coming in. So it's positive for money and love. Sometime between, I would say, now and the end of the summer, maybe. Alessandra, how did Rigo feel after lurking on my socials a couple of weeks ago? He's my ex-Taurus. Seemed to feel okay, like grounded and stable. May have been curious to see what was going on, just checking things out. There's no strong emotional response either way. So whatever it was that he saw, it was like, okay, it is what it is, kind of a thing. Cosmic. I emailed a recruiter for a job she had reached out to at the local hospital. When I get offered the job there, will it be better off leaving GS? I'm wondering if the vibes are just weird. I'm saddened, and I wonder if I'm being stringed along. Okay, let's see. If you, I do think that you're going to hear from this place. I do think that you could get the job. If you get offered a full-time job with benefits and stuff, I would take it. I wouldn't wait on GS, because that place is a little bit like, the people there are questionable. Like, you're not getting along with them. I do think that they're kind of stringing you along, because I feel like because they don't have to pay you benefits, they're like milking that. At some point, they could offer you a job, but I wouldn't turn down a permanent job to wait on something that might not happen. You know, and not that, I mean, I think it could happen, but it's like, why turn down something when you're not really thrilled with this place anyway? You know, like, you want all these people to leave, and yeah, they could be leaving, but why would you wait on that when you could just start over brand new and move forward without the, you know, like, it just makes more sense. If you get offered the job, I would take it. Let's see what happens. Devin, does my ex Naja still think about me? On occasion, yeah. Yeah. Can't in general. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life is moving forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. You've got money coming in. Finances could be improving, and you may be planning travel. Not bad. Dakota, money for today. I don't see much happening around money today. If you're expecting money to come in, I would call and find out about it, because I don't see anything changing around finances today. Things look a little slow. Sarah, A, the Pisces current feelings for us. Maybe stressed out about something. I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but maybe feeling like the situation is a little bit out of balance, or a little bit like, could be unstable or out of balance. Yeah, I'm not really sure where you guys are in this relationship. Bacon, is someone at my university interested in me? Yeah, and it could possibly be an Aries. XXX, will DB contact me soon? Maybe sometime between now and the end of May, communication either comes in or picks up. Debbie, when will Jake reach out if he even thinks about it? Recently addressed the elephant in the room. Okay, let's see. There may be communication that comes in before the end of this month. Lita, my job interview is an hour, and will I get the job? I'm worried that they won't work with my schedule. I can only work after 1:30. I think that they may be able to work with your schedule. I think, yeah, I mean, it looks positive as of right now. Let's like stay positive and stay. I think that they may be able to make it happen. Is this the hotel thing? They may be able to work with you. Red, Nell's energy towards me and why? Maybe feeling guilty or bad about something, and it may be, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but was there like a turmoil, a disaster, or a betrayal? May feel like they did something wrong. Princess, will my journal sell well on Etsy, main source of income? They could sell, but I don't see it right now as being your main source of income. Lita, yeah, I know. Everything makes you, I gotta always be nervous, right? Like, everything is nerve-wracking. Yeah, you'll be okay. Julie, Kay is gonna hang out on, Kay is gonna hang out with this Thursday with one of her guys, or is it just her girlfriend? I think that it looks like it looks like a group of people. So I don't know if it's just one person. I think that maybe the guy is there, but it looks like a group activity. Faro, Sultan's next actions towards me. I don't see much happening here. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him because it looks like there's distance between the two of you. I would reach out to him rather than wait. Princess, General. Lay down the laws, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. You have money coming in. Finances could be improving, and negativity and anxiety is moving into the past. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. You may be planning travel. Listen to your intuition. Lita, my cousin finally finished the commercial. It's been ready. It'll be ready by Friday. I'm going to pay a bunch of money to promote it on TikTok and Instagram. How's it going to go? Hoping for a start of a breakthrough. Okay, let's see. I mean, it looks good. You have growth, change, and transformation that could be bringing in more money plus choices and options around things moving forward. Looks pretty good. Martisha, hi there. Okay, email the questions. I think that this person is going to end up getting fired. I don't know if it's going to be immediately or if the write-up comes first and then they wind up getting fired, but they're ultimately they are going to get fired. I think you could get that increase. Yeah, that's possible. Finances look okay. You have some financial stability coming in. You have a wish coming true. Cause for celebration around finances improving. New beginnings on the horizon. Maybe that has something to do with the job and the increase, and happiness coming in around paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. That's pretty good. It might not be immediately, but it's still coming. And then the last question, let me see. I don't see anybody else as of right now, no. Marth, did Greg agree when I told him on texting me was egotistical of him? He knows what he's doing, yes, but he will never admit it. So yeah, he would agree with you, but he's not going to agree with you. Julie, would I like working in Amsterdam 4 to 5 weeks from now? Yeah, it looks like a good opportunity too. Hey, Donis. Lita, since the commercial is super professional and really nice, will it help me get collaborations that I want with other businesses? I still want to work with Lottery, but never heard back. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you know why? Because it can open up new choices and options. So yeah, there is potential for more to come from these. And it could actually happen pretty quickly with the Eight of Rods. So yeah, I think that it will bring in more opportunity. Take them up to payment for the weekend. Slow and steady wins the race. Listen to your intuition. You may be feeling like ambitious, and whatever you set your mind to, you'll be able to accomplish this weekend. But don't forget about taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. Listen to your intuition. Amy for the next 48. Next 48 for Sunny. Somebody may make this person an offer that would be hard to turn down, and negativity moves into the past. The hard work they put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. They may be spending time with a Taurus. They have a wish that comes true. They're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. They've got the world at their feet. John, what's the energy surrounding my mom telling me about the city of Arlington? She said that it's ringing in her ears. Energy is good. So there may be the opportunity for work, school, or business there. There also may be an opportunity for like moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. If you're feeling undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But exploring the area, the opportunity could lead to strength and success. Maybe even a Leo being around. Princess, will I be able to go on a cruise soon? Will I be able to go on a cruise soon? Yeah. Maybe sometime like early summer, like late spring, early summer, like late May, early June-ish kind of time frame. Amber, what would happen if I reconcile with Leo? You would move in reverse. So whatever your relationship was with the Leo, you would go back to the same relationship. Not like nothing changes. You just go backwards. I don't see reconciliation here. Like, I don't know what the relationship was, but I don't see like love, marriage, commitment, or anything like that if we're talking about a love relationship. I also don't see balance or things moving forward right now if this is just a friendship. But whatever it is, nothing around the situation has changed, so you would be going right back to the same situation that you loved. Ruchi, next in love. When it comes to love, you might have choices and options. Romance is heating up, and it could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You're headed towards the 10 cups being full. Listen to your intuition. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life moves forward. You also have Sagittarius coming in. Not too bad. Payment. Time frame for the job offer coming my way. Maybe sometime in like the second half of May. Like maybe between like May 15th and June 30th kind of a time. Magician's heart, love. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Things look out of balance or disappointing, or if you're currently with someone, there may be trouble on the horizon. Now, Hermit in reverse is a problem because it's somebody who knows they've done something wrong, but they're not willing to take responsibility for it. If this is a current situation, you may make the decision to leave it in the past and pursue greener pastures, which then bring in growth, change, and transformation with new opportunity later this summer, possibly with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but Scorpio comes up the strongest. If you're not with anyone, leave the past in the past and move forward. And if you are with someone and your relationship is well functioning, don't bring the past into the future, especially anything that's not working well or hasn't worked well. Jasmine, love for this month. I'm not talking to anyone. Okay. This month may be slow as far as love is concerned, and that may make you feel a little bit negative, but there are new beginnings coming in. I don't think it's going to be this month, though. I think it may be like maybe this summer. It looks like you have new people coming in. So there could be people, places, and things that are keeping you stuck or stagnant. If you feel like you're waiting on something or someone that either isn't interested or is like half in, half out, cutting away all of that dead weight will help open new doors. And then you do have new opportunities coming in. If you listen to your intuition, you could have you have Capricorn that could be coming in. You might have water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you and listen to your intuition and explore your options, and it could lead you to a well-functioning, well-balanced, committed relationship sometime this summer. Emin, how did A feel when he interacted with me today? Good. May have felt like it was successful, grounded, and stable, like respectful. Earth girl for the weekend. Earth girl for the weekend. Success comes in around having choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, and you could be spending time with an Aquarius. Katrina, will Nathan contact me soon? Communication looks like it's kind of at a standstill. I can't say I see communication coming in on the immediate horizon. It looks like things are closed down. Stephanie, general. Investing time and effort into a side business or side hustle and the hard work you put in could bring relief around life moving forward. Listen to your intuition. You got happiness coming in around a side business. Money may be improving. Now, that might not be immediate. That may be like the big picture, but you do have a little more financial security coming in. You may be moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. A wish comes true. Somebody can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. That may be business or work related. Leon, love. Well, you have a new journey here that might make you feel relieved. Now, if you're already with someone, you just may have something fun and spontaneous happening, and you may be happy in your current relationship. If you're not with anyone, you could have a new journey begin with an Aries, possibly a Gemini, maybe a Virgo. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve, and you're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward towards success. Virta had a disagreement with boyfriend M. What are his thoughts? When will he contact me? Well, he's stuck and stagnant, and he's like annoyed or mad. I don't see much change right now because this is all stagnation. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him rather than wait, because he's irritated about whatever it is. I don't know if this is something that keeps reoccurring, but if it's something that's reoccurring, it would be suggested to find a solution to the problem, because it seems like something like there's a lot of arguing going on, or this is like something that may keep happening, and he's starting to lose patience. Emily, for today and tomorrow with Soha. There's communication here, but other than that, I don't see all that much happening. If you want to see something happen, you may have to suggest it. Otherwise, things are looking a little slow. Knight of Pentacles is slow. But there should be communication that comes in. Lita, anything else for business? I'm going to start learning or to make real perfume. Wanting to go to school for it. It's not a bad idea. Brings in cause for celebration. A wish may come true around school. And feeling better, compensated, better respected, and things can move forward. You may end up doing that. That looks really positive. And that may help push the business forward. Lita, am I going to get written up by my manager, AJ? I stood up for a coworker he was yelling at, and he told me, I know that you're not trying to intervene. And I said, yes, I am. And he kept arguing with me all day. I don't think you're going to get written up for it. No, I think he was pissed, but I think he's over it. Red, what does Nell want and why? Doesn't really know what he wants. He's kind of a little bit all over the place. On one hand, maybe feeling, I mean, he's got the Hermit in reverse. He must have done something that was not right, and he knows that he's not taking responsibility for it. And he's feeling a little bit stressed out, and it looks like he doesn't really know what he wants, but I think that he's like not happy feeling this way. And I think his life may not be in the best place, and he's looking for new opportunities, or he's looking to change something for the better. You know, I would be careful with this situation. Like, you know, well, everybody's always, they're going to change, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Nobody does shit. And yeah, I would be careful. But it's your decision, because you've got the crossroads here that you can make a decision as to whatever it is that you want. And down as I was able to get the classes and everything. Oh, good. Woke up at 5 a.m. and waited a whole hour. It's ridiculous. I'm glad that, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that, but we got to go to these lengths. Oh my God, I have a funny story. It reminded me, because I had to get up at 5 this morning too to be at the rink. So we're driving to the rink, and Avery mentioned something about one of her friends. Like, she said, oh, well, so-and-so left school early, so I played with so-and-so because this one doesn't like if I'm friends with that. And I said, oh, no. You're not going to let somebody else tell you who you can be friends with or who you can't be friends with. And I said, you know, you be friends with everyone and you all play together. And if you're playing with this one and you know, this one doesn't want to be part of it, or you want to do something different, that's fine. Don't tell me that you can't play with so-and-so because this one said you can't, because I don't go for that. And I said, people are fickle. You could be friends with her and she's, you know, wants you all to herself. And then she goes to kindergarten next year and you don't hear from her again. People are like that. So I said to her, I go, I've had that happen to me throughout my life. My best friend that I had in kindergarten was not the same best friend I had in high school. And a lot of times, you know, other friends come in and groups change and people's priorities change. And I said, you know, and then sometimes when you get older, your friends get married and maybe they move away and they just don't have the time that they had when they weren't married. So she doesn't say anything. And we're driving and it's quiet. And that song, Addicted to Love by, what's his name? Robert Palmer, comes on. And she goes, Mom? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, did your friends get addicted to love? I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, yeah, I guess that's what happens. She's like, did your friends, did they get addicted to love? Like, yeah, you can get addicted to anything. And if you're addicted to love, it's probably not good. Too much. Oh, you don't have to go 5 days. Oh, that's great. That's great. Brooklyn general for next week. Listen to your intuition. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Excuse me, you may have money coming in. You could have a new job or business opportunity come in. You may hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from, or get good news around business, work, school, business, and then the hard work you put in pays off. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Looks like a decent week. TVET, how do things look around my sister getting an earlier appointment to see a neurologist before June? I think that she's going to get one. Success comes in through perseverance. So I don't know if she's got to be like a pain in the neck and keep calling or keep checking in. But yeah, she could get one before June. Which is ridiculous. Wait till June. Brooklyn general for the rest of the month. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders when good news comes in around business. A wish comes true. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. You may have choices and options around social activity, and you could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, which is bringing life back into balance. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. The hard work you put into work, school, or business pays off. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You could be planning travel. Julie sent an email. You see, the issue is that your focus is too much on her and what she's doing. So it's like, he doesn't care. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, whether she's functioning well with him or not, he doesn't care. This is not, it's not, you're not in a third party situation. Do you see what I'm saying? He doesn't have to make a choice. It's not like, you know, it's not like it's me or her. He's not, that's over. So it's like, he doesn't even think about it, doesn't pay attention to it because he doesn't care. The problem with this is that he's like kind of kicking the can down the road with the actual divorce because he's tired of the drama. So like the problems, like, you're so worried about her, but he's not involved with her. And for him, it's like, he's like, why, like, it's like he can't understand why the two of you are not getting along because he's not with her. It's not like, say, for example, the neighbors are married and I'm like the third party and I'm like trying to get him to leave his wife. It's a different situation. That would be like, he's still married, right? But this is different. Like, the issue is he's avoiding drama, has nothing to do with whether or not her and her boyfriend are functioning well. It's two separate issues. Your focus is not really on the problem. Your focus is on more of like, I don't know why. I don't know why your focus is on her and her relationships. Because whether she's with him or not, he's not with her. Like, you see, like, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. She could be with 20 guys or she could be with no one. It doesn't affect the situation. What's affecting the situation is that he's not doing what he needs to do because he's like exhausted mentally from the drama. So one thing doesn't have to do with the other. It's two separate issues. When the other guy finds out what? The other guy, I think he knows. I think that the other guy is involved with somebody anyway. I would not be surprised, too, if the reason why, like, if this guy was available, ready, willing, and able, I think that she would be long gone. But there must be a reason why he's not ready, willing, and able, and I have a feeling it's because he's with somebody else. But the other guy doesn't care. Like, for some reason, women seem to be so hyper fixed always on other women and like exes and shit. But the guys don't really care. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've seen guys that have been having affairs with married women and they don't care that that woman is married. It just doesn't affect them. But when it's the opposite, it's like the woman is like, well, what's going on with her? Does he know? Yeah, he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't give a shit. Whereas, it's like, remember that time, like we were talking once about like a password. I had somebody else question me. It was about an email address. That's what it was. It was it was a woman that asked me about, like, the guy had some kind of like really dumb email address. Like, I don't remember what it was, but it was something like Tommy loves Susie. Like, I'm sorry, but a 40-year-old man doesn't have that email address. Like, they just don't. So you know that there's some bullshit that goes on if he has that email address. And she was upset about it. And I get it. I totally understand. You don't want an email from your boyfriend that says Tommy loves Susie. But you got to know that unless he's 13, he didn't make that email address. Like, a 13-year-old girl did that. Anyhow, she was very upset, and I totally understood. And I would have been upset too, right? Because it's stupid, right? It's upsetting. But if for him, the guy, he's like, what difference does it make? It's just my email. Like, I don't even use this email. So it's from 20 years ago. Who cares? But for her, it's like it meant something. It didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything to him, but she was upset by it. But you can have it the other way, where the email can say Joe Smith, and meanwhile he's got 30 girlfriends. So what difference does it make? But I get it. I get it. Vaishali, general for the next 2 days. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and you may feel relief around life moving forward. You have life changes for you for the better quickly. Old wounds healing and moving into the past. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on, and feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Brenda, for today and tomorrow. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of tomorrow. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news you've been waiting on. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You may be feeling like you're no longer holding yourself back, and you could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Dr. Sony, general for me. Maybe spending time with an Aries. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business and brings in success. Negativity moves into the past. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a Pisces. T-Vet, how are things looking around me and Dee's side hustle? Looks good. Looks good. So it may be a little bit slow and steady wins the race, but there should be money coming in. You could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan, and things like may pick up and improve. So if you feel like, shit, things have been a little slow, you do have some good karma coming in. And after things come to balance, then things could change for the better quickly. So it may be a journey, but it looks positive. So let's see what happens. Miss K, love reading for this month. Okay, if you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well. You got the Empress and the Knight of Cups, which is love and money and romance. Now, if you're not with anyone, that holds true, but you could have somebody new coming in. Could have a Scorpio or an Aquarius. A wish comes true around love moving forward sometime within the month. Listen to your intuition and express your wants and needs around love. Brings you to greener pastures. Beavis, next actions from ST. Things look a little slow. A moon is in reverse, which means something may get revealed that could need to be dealt with. Or there may be some confusion around the situation or insecurities, but there could be communication that comes in. They look slow. If you want to speak to this person, I wouldn't wait. I would reach out to them. Or if you feel like you've already reached out to them, give them a week or so and then try it again. Boo Himika. May I know, do I have long-term future with Ranjit? We're currently besties, but he kind of likes me, though. I don't know. I kind of feel this intuitively. I mean, anything is possible, but I don't see love or commitment here as of right now. It does look like a well-balanced, well-functioning friendship, but it would be slow to move to the next level. If you're interested, it may be something that you need to bring up with him. CT, so recently I met with friends and a guy I had a situationship with. Friends were constantly bringing up his marriage. Does he feel anything about them bringing that up in front of me? To be honest, I feel bad. Let's see. First of all, I think that they're assholes, yeah. I mean, you know, I just feel like people in general are assholes. There have been so many situations that I've been in over the last few years where I would question, I'm like, where was this? Why would this person say that? Like, why would you say these things? Why would you bring it up? Like, let sleeping dogs lie. I'm right there with you. I do think he felt a little awkward. I think it's like part of him like felt awkward, maybe felt a little bit bad. And then part of him was like, maybe like, well, life has moved on, or that was in the past, or trying to make himself feel better. But I think it did make him feel awkward. And I don't blame him. I would have felt awkward too. But, you know, it's like people are just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody once said to Avery, it was a family member that brought up a party, and it has done this before. Situations where parties or things that she'd been invited to, and this was an adult, it wasn't like a 10-year-old, that Avery wasn't included in. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you say to Avery, oh, I was at a party and your brother was there, but you weren't? Like, why would you do that? I know she's 5, but she's very smart, and she's had to ask me, well, how come I didn't go? When was the party? I want to go to the party. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I think it is? And I could be 100% wrong, but I think people are very wrapped up in themselves and what they want, how they feel, what's important to them. And I don't think they spend a whole lot of time thinking about others and how it could affect them. And in my head, which is not necessarily a good thing, I think I grew up so hyper focused on pleasing everybody else that I'm very fast to like try to shut my mouth. Like, not that I couldn't say something stupid, everybody can, but I would never intentionally say something. Like, I would never intentionally say, to my friend, "Oh, I saw your ex, so he's with a really hot model." Like, I wouldn't say, like, I just would not mention it. Like, she doesn't need to know. She's still crying over it. I'm not going to tell her. I mean, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? But maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Yeah, I mean, fucking unnecessary. Emin, have A seen, wait a second. A seen me at the elevator. When I was discussing with MJ his thoughts. Okay, let me see. I think he did see you at the elevator talking to this person. He didn't think twice about it. Like, he just happened to see you were talking with somebody. And that was it. Morris, will Greg texting was Greg texting the cause of Mercury retrograde? Will he do it again next retrograde or sooner? It could be Mercury retrograde. I don't see communication coming in again on the immediate horizon, but that's a free will thing, so that could change. I can't swear to that. The thing with Mercury retrograde is it's not always going to happen under retrograde. So it can happen, but it depends what what sign the planet is in, what's going on in the people's charts. So you can't guarantee that every Mercury retrograde is even going to bring back anybody. This one, it could have been, but I can't say that that's going to happen every retrograde. The general, and you can't even always go by this. Usually what happens is if somebody breaks up under Mercury retrograde, the breakup usually doesn't last. They usually get back together after Mercury goes direct. However, if somebody has broken up and gotten back together, broken up and gotten back together, and then something happens under Mercury retrograde, that could finally end it. But it would have to be something that was repeating, not something that just happened once. And, same thing with like going back to something, like going back to take piano lessons, go back under Mercury retrograde, you do it, you stop doing it back and forth, and then if you finally end it under Mercury retrograde, you shouldn't end up going back to it. But there's more to it than just that, because it depends on your personal chart. So I can't speak for all retrogrades. Jasmine, I have a job interview with Cedar today at 11. I'm nervous because I'm looking for a second job. Will they give me the position even though I already have a job? I don't think you having a job is going to affect it. I think you can still get that job. Is this going to be something that's part-time? Especially if it's part-time. Ms. K, do you see me remarried in the future? Marriage is free will. You have to decide that. There could be opportunity for marriage in the future, but that's something that you have to decide on. Priyanka, HS feelings for me. May think that you're a grounded, stable person, somebody who is kind and caring, somebody who is sincere, a loyal friend. Be wise for the next few days. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Although it may be slow and steady, wins the race, life moves forward. Listen to your intuition. You may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Success comes in around work, school, or business. You had a wish coming true. And a new journey may be beginning. Not bad. Maggie, general for tomorrow. General for tomorrow. You have something happening tomorrow that should make you happy with the sun. Negativity is moving into the past and feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You have the hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Listen to your intuition. Vicky, general for tomorrow. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. A disappointment is healing and moving into the past. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Life moves forward. Life comes into balance. Stephanie, next major change for me. This is Stephanie with the F. Could be a new job or business opportunity that comes in sometime this spring. Alex, real love coming in. Yeah, you may even have choices and options around love. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. Exploring your options leads to success. You have a Gemini and a Capricorn coming in. Plus, you have the Empress bringing in love and money or more of it. Not bad. Not bad. Aesthetic, general for the weekend. You may have choices and options around social activity, and also listen to your intuition. You may be feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life moves forward. You may have choices and options around social activity too, which is good. Something happens that makes you happy with the sun. Looks like a pleasant weekend. Kara, will UWE offer any sorts of scholarship now that I've accepted their conditional offer? I think so. Yeah, you got a great shot at that. Miss K, do you see an opportunity for marriage with a new person? Yes, if there was going to be marriage, it would be a new person. It's not old. Like, walking away from negativity or any of this nonsense would be moving into the past. And it would be new opportunities that come in. It wouldn't be old. It could possibly be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or there's new beginnings on the horizon when you explore your options, you also you have people here, so there may be several people. There's a Sagittarius. There's also Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. There's Aquarius. So you may be exploring options, or you may date several people before you find somebody who you think about marriage with. But yeah, it would be new, somebody new. Cosmic, will the recruiter still offer me an interview for the hospital? She's reached out last week after I said that I was looking for a different shift. Yeah, yeah. I think you will hear from her, and I think you still could get something. M. Lourdes, work for May. Work looks good. Teamwork is favored. You may be feeling better, compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. A wish comes true. Life moves forward. Slow and steady wins the race, but it's bringing in success around work. PG for the next 48. For the next 48, you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. You have money coming in. Finances could be improving. Maybe spending time with an Aquarius. A wish comes true. Maybe feeling better, compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Not bad. Not bad. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Anthony, when can I expect a breakthrough in going back to graduate school? Maybe like towards the end of the year, like maybe September, October kind of time frame. Amen for the rest of the week with O. Things look a little slow. Fool is in reverse. Something may get revealed that needs to be dealt with, but communication looks good. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be hopeful. Peach, will I move out of town before the end of spring? You could make the move if you set your mind to it, but I don't think it's going to be before the end of the spring. I don't think it's going to happen that fast. Summer, love. Slow and steady wins the race when it comes to love. Listen to your intuition and explore your options. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Life moves forward with divine guidance. You could have an air sign here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also may have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Exploring your options leads to success. You have the world at your feet. That's pretty good. Lucinda for the next 5. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may be feeling like relief around life moving forward. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You got money coming in. New love. Why is that taking her bike tomorrow instead of going with me? May feel like it eases anxiety to know that she's got a way to come and go herself. Like she doesn't want to rely on anybody, kind of a thing. Black Lilith, why did A block me? May feel as if you've overstepped a boundary. They're setting boundaries and they feel like the situation is out of balance. So it's their way of like kind of slowing things down. I don't know who this person is, but. Jay, when do you see communication next between me and Brianna? Aries. Maybe within the next 4 to 6 weeks. 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 6 Jasmine, the job is part-time and I'm nervous because I have not that much time to stay in my mom's home anymore since her passing, so I'm hoping to increase my income to get approved. I think you will. I think you will. And I think that you're going to get this job, and I think it's going to be like, I think it's going to be positive. New beginnings on the horizon that brings life back into balance. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to more money coming in. Listen to your intuition and your journey begins. I think you're going to get it. And I think you could make it work. Stacy for the rest of the week. Stacy for the rest of the week. Maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You've got negativity and is moving into the past. Life is moving forward with new beginnings. Not bad. You may have good news that comes in around business, school and business tomorrow, or within the next few days. Oh, new love, I don't think it's that she doesn't want to go with you. I think it's that kind of a thing. You know how, I understand it. You know how, like, you feel like, well, if I don't take my car, I'm not going to be able to leave, or I'm going to have to wait on somebody else, or what if I want to stay and they want to leave, that kind of a thing. Like, I'd rather just be able to come and go myself. Migu for the next 24. You have a new journey that begins. Listen to your intuition. Money comes in, finances improve. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and anxiety eases and moves into the past. Aries sun, next 24. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and cause for celebration may be coming in. May have choices and options around social activity. Empress is bringing in love and money, or more of it. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Negativity moves into the past. M&M, love for Taurus. Taurus seems to be happy and content with the way things are as far as love is concerned. Like, they may feel like things are well functioning or well balanced. If they're currently with someone, slow and steady to move forward, but they're feeling content. If they're not with anyone, they have a Cancer here. They also may have an Aries. New beginnings on the horizon, and life moves forward. But it's slow. It's slow to move forward. The full moon spells anybody can do. I only offer them because sometimes people don't want to do them, or sometimes they live with people and they can't do them. So basically, this is all it is. It's a candle about that big. You write it's like a simple intention. So let's say somebody was looking for a new job. I would write on it, new job. And then I usually use some kind of oil. Sometimes I'll use herbs. It depends. Not usually, because I usually have a bunch of different ones in the pot at once. But on occasion, if everybody's doing the same thing, like if I were to do it on Thursday night and everybody was doing for like money on Thursday, money, finances, or career, then I would use like basil. Anyway, But you don't even have to. You just inscribe it on the side of the candle. You could put the person's initials, and you just light the candle and let it burn out. That's it. That's it. That's all you do. And the way that I do them on the day of the week, or the new moon, or the full moon. So if you were looking for a new job, the best day to do it would be Thursday or Sunday. Monday you could do it too, but Thursday really would be the best. Love would be Friday, but it's like a, you know, like a simple thing. It's not like a dissertation kind of a thing. It's like call in love, call in money, call in a new job, call in vacation time, whatever it is. Kiss general. May have money coming in. You could be feeling a little bit more financially secure. If you've recently had an argument with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. You're no longer holding yourself back, and life is moving forward. Life comes into balance, and you're not looking back on the past. Maybe thinking about starting a side business, side project, side hustle. JJ, how should I behave from now on with my classmate who got a bad evaluation? I tried to help her feel better, but I feel like it's never appreciated and had the opposite effect. I would just focus on yourself. That reminds me of a funny story. What I would do is focus on yourself. It does show that teamwork is favored around the situation, and it's okay to like help her or to work with her, but keep your focus on yourself and don't go out of your way for her, because it's just, you got to take care of yourself, not her. And, you know, it's like the teamwork being favored. Like, we tend to learn when we teach others. That was one thing that they taught me when I was learning how to teach yoga. You're going to have a deeper understanding of yoga if you teach it to someone, which is why I always make Avery teach me things, because she teaches me things she's going to learn. And I've seen it. Like, I've seen her learn, because she's like, no, it's like this. It's like this. You're not doing it right. So you have to do it like this. So the teamwork thing is good, but you focus more on yourself, and you could like disconnect from her a little bit. You don't owe her anything. It's too bad. She'll have to struggle on her own if she's unappreciative. But it reminds me of my friend. We were in high school. I can't remember what they called it. Global studies, maybe. It was like, I think it was history. Anyway, what it was, social studies or something. We were in high school, and we were studying for the regions. And I think she was doing really bad in the class. I think she was doing really bad in the class. And I was trying to help her study. She was in my class. So I'm at her house, and she lived with her mom. It was just her and her mom. Her mom had been married previously and raised 4 boys. So her mom was definitely the cool mom, but also had already seen it all, right, with the boys. So, like, her mom knew, like, if we were drinking or, you know, whatever. So she knew what was going on. So one time I'm there, and I'm trying to help her study for social studies, Regents exam or whatever it was. And she wanted to get drunk or smoke pot or whatever she wanted to do. And I'm like asking her the questions, and she's like making fun of me, or like, she was like I think she was like doing this, like she wanted to drink, mix drinks. And I looked up at her, and I'm like, do you want to pass this test? Well, that became it. That was all everything was saying, do you want to pass this test? I passed the Regents. Probably not well, but she got a 38. A 38 or a 42 or something like that. And she was like, maybe I should have taken you seriously. Yeah, I don't remember the exact number or exact, but I remember I kept saying, do you want to pass this test? I passed, but I probably got like a 70. I wasn't good. But it was the same thing. It's like she wasn't appreciating what I was trying to do. She wanted to do something else. Her head wasn't in it. Why am I knocking myself out? The only thing is that you may deepen your understanding of whatever it is by trying to help her. So you kind of have to have a balance with that. Lizette, is Aries seeing someone else? I don't think so, no. Macy, can I get a general for today? Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and new beginnings are on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Money comes in. Finances could be improving, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Shah. Boyfriend Jay's current feelings and next actions for me. What to expect coming. This person looks undecided and distant. There's some distance here. So if you haven't heard from him, he's slow. There may be some trouble around this situation. Ace of Cups is in reverse, which could be a problem. If you haven't heard from him, I'd give him a little bit of space. Maybe give him like a week or so and then reach out to him and see if you could figure out, you know, question him on what's going on. Sundry wants messages from spirit guides. Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, and honorable and kind. Time to buckle down, get things done. You have got a guardian angel. Honor your commitments. Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. Challenging information. Delays or changes to plans. The truth delivered without tact. Strength, Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments. Forgiveness and compassion. Red, general on moving out. Well, you have new beginnings on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You do have a new home here. So I think you are going to move. I think you are moving. It just may be a little slow and steady wins the race, and don't rush into anything. Or don't make any hasty decisions. Susie, see the Capricorn and I for the rest of the week. You got communication coming in and you're probably going to see one another. If for some reason you don't see one another, you may be planning on seeing one another. Emin, how did A feel when I was invited to his property site? He canceled it afterwards. Why is that? May have been like fine, grounded, stable with you being invited. May have canceled it. I don't know if there was like lack of interest or not enough people or whatever it is. It's postponed. It's like it's the way it shows is like there's like negativity or not enough. Or feeling a little like disappointed. But that doesn't have to do with you. That has to do with the event. Lady Sunshine for the rest of the week. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Life comes into balance. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you may be spending time with a Libra. Amu, love or romance coming in. Walk away from, disconnect from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Any of this nonsense here needs to move into the past. When that moves into the past, life moves forward towards greener pastures, and you have a You have long-term potential around your next relationship. Anything that's well-functioning will move forward. If you're with someone right now and your relationship is well-functioning, don't bring the past into the future. But anything that's not functioning well will disintegrate, and life should move forward with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Hey, I've been thinking about buying a cat. The guy from the Pet Heaven said that it's a British short-haired cat, healthy and active, or is it a scam? It's online. Actually, I wouldn't buy anything online. I'm only getting 33% chance that this is a good thing to move forward with. I would be careful, especially if he's looking for you to Western Union him money. I think that you could find a cat in your local area that you wouldn't have to question. You would be able to go and see. Yeah, I'm very skeptical of anything online, especially how's he going to want you to pay him through Western Union? And then that would be it. You never get the cat and there goes your money. I don't trust it. Red, why is it taking so long? Everything's got to take fucking long. It drives me nuts. It may be a timing thing. So you have a new journey that begins, but it may have something to do like with timing. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush into anything. New beginnings are on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, it's like you can't, yeah, I know. You can't hurry divine timing. It just, things happen in their own time, which is very frustrating. When shitty things happen, they happen at, at the drop of a hat. But you need something good to happen. You got to fucking wait. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? Right, COD can be trusted, but do you know if you're getting a healthy cat, who this guy is? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to buy a cat online. There are cats all over the place. So why do you need this specific cat? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm feeling like, I mean, we have stray cats here. You could just go out and get one. And they're all over. So if you want this specific type of cat, I would go to a pet store in your area. I don't like this online shit. I'm in A's feelings after we interacted today. Teamwork is favored, leads to success, content, respectful. Was it like a work-related thing? It looks like teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, brings in balance, maybe feeling happy and content, successful. Good. Vartika, career and finances. Finances are okay. So you have new opportunities around career that may come in sometime between now and the end of the summer. Money's coming in. You're paying your bills. I don't see a ton of money falling out of the sky, but it seems like you're doing okay. You're paying your bills. Money's coming in. Things are flowing. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest more money. That may be with the new opportunity that comes in over the summer. Exploring your options leads to success. Things look pretty good. Pretty good. Isabel, spirit messages. 9 of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Ace of Water, falling in love with the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, and new home. Unbothered Libra, new subscriber. Oh, welcome. Gemini and I, Libra, share lovers, past life connection, or karmic connection. Okay, let's see. Looks like a karmic connection. Girly, I feel silly, but I think I might have accidentally thrown away a pair of pants. Don't ask. Did I throw them away, or are they somewhere in my apartment? I don't think you threw them away. I think that they're around. This might sound strange, but when I was reading the question, this popped into my head. Years ago, I still have them. I had two skirts. One was like red and one was green, and they were like yoga skirts, like shorts. And I used to wear them. This was way back when I used to dress my outfits to the color of the day. Like the color of Tuesday would be black or red because it's Tuesday. And in Tuesdays, I taught this one studio that was actually pretty far from me. And I always wore the red skirt with the black top because it was Tuesday. Anyway, red skirt disappeared. And I knew that in that studio, they were quick to throw things out. So they would put things in the lost and found. If nobody came to get it within a couple of weeks, they donated it. So that's what I thought happened. I'm like, oh, it must have been left behind. I must have left it behind. I must have forgotten about it. It's gone. Years later, I take out like a fitted sheet to put on my bed, and it got caught up in that, and it was like in there. It was like in the sheet. So when I took the sheet out to put it on my bed, out came the red skirt. And I was like, my Tuesday skirt. There it is. So I think it's something like that. I think it's around somewhere. It's in something or around something. Red, general on where I'm at my journey currently. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. So you may come to a point where there's like new opportunities coming in, but don't forget about self-care. New beginnings on the horizon, but don't neglect yourself. Money is coming in. Finances are improving. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. There also may be some like cycles ending, or like people coming back or returning, like that one person you asked about. Those things may be happening. Ending cycles that no longer serve you may be helpful around this time. And you can expect more money or a new business opportunity coming in that could be pushing life forward. Well, let's see what happens. That money coming in. Isn't that crazy? I know. And I'm telling you, like, I stopped teaching in that studio before Avery was born. And it was like recently, like, not recently, like not yesterday, but like maybe last year that I found it. And I was like, oh my God, this has been gone for so long. Miss Billy, General. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you don't settle for less than you want or deserve, and you set boundaries. Money comes in, finances improve. Something nice can happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, maybe spending time with an Aquarius or an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relieved. Is there anybody else here I haven't answered for yet? Ashley, will I ever find someone who loves me and chooses me? That's your problem. So when you put yourself in a situation where you need to be chosen or picked, you don't get picked. So love comes in, but you have to disconnect from the idea of I need to be the chosen one. You have to be the person that's doing the choosing. I know that that sounds like odd, but like this idea that look at me, what about me? Like that just keeps you in a situation where you need to be somebody else's choice, which means you're not in control. If you're not in control of your own destiny and where things are going, then your whole life is going to be the effect of somebody else's choice, which affects you negatively. And then that's why, it's like if you're in if you're in a situation where it's between me, Sally, and Tom has to choose one of us. If I'm the one that's me, I don't get chosen, the other one does, because the other one's energy is more attractive because she's vibrating higher than the person that feels the need to be the chosen one or is competing. So you do have new opportunities coming in, but you may have to disconnect from or let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You have a Virgo coming in, you have a Gemini coming in, you have a Taurus coming in, and you do have opportunity for a successful relationship. Well, you can't look, there is no guarantees with anything. Like you could be in a relationship and it is great until it's not. You could be with somebody and they're faithful to you until they're not. That's just how life is. It's the same thing like I was explaining earlier about situation that happened with Avery. Like I was best friends with my best friend in elementary school until I wasn't. It's like people grow apart, things happen. There's no guarantee that you're going to be in a relationship with somebody forever, because if everything was perfect all the time, we wouldn't learn anything. So like broken hearts, disappointments is all part of life. Even when Avery was competing, like my father said to me, he's like, she's got to lose sometimes. She can't always win. You don't learn anything when you're always winning. He's right. So it's the same thing. Like there's no guarantees that you're going to be with somebody and that it's going to last forever and it's always going to be perfect. But if you're constantly in a same situation where either there's a third party coming in and then your boyfriend leaves for somebody else, or vice versa, you get involved with somebody who is already with somebody else, or however the other person comes in, they come in. If you feel like you're in a situation where you need to be picked or chosen, you don't get chosen. So having the power in this situation is, I don't want this. Like I'm leaving this. This isn't making me happy. And unfortunately, people tend to wait for things to change or for things to improve. Very rarely will you hear somebody who is totally blindsided and didn't have signs. A lot of times there are signs or things aren't right, or somebody's trying to make something happen that's not happening organically, or whatever it is. Like somebody that's been cheating for 12 years on their spouse, like the spouse knows. Like there's signs, there's things that are just not right. But it's that person's choice to say, okay, I don't want to be in this anymore. And a lot of times people are like, well, eventually that third party will leave. That's not the answer. If you're waiting on somebody else to leave, then you're giving them the power. It's like, okay, my life will move forward when this isn't happening anymore. And it doesn't always have to be with like love relationships. It could be with any relationship. Anyway. She got picked, but at some point you knew, right? Like you're still going back to the picked. The thing is that you shouldn't want to be picked by somebody who is involved with this. See what I'm saying? Like I was in a situation once where I kept hearing about how crazy this woman was. Oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy. She was crazy. She did crazy things. But why would I want to be chosen by somebody who's choosing that? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you're looking at this like you lost something, you didn't win the prize. But you have to be the one to say, okay, I don't want this. So, okay, fine, you go have it. Like, she's crazy. She's saying mean things to me. She's, attacking me. This is what you want. You can have it. But your question is, why wasn't it me? And when you're vibrating in that, why wasn't it me? It's never you, because it's a lower vibration. It's giving your power to somebody else. Like, I wouldn't want to behave like that. I wouldn't want to come after somebody screaming and yelling like that. I don't carry on like that. Just generally speaking, and it's just not the way I am. So why would I want to be with somebody who chooses to be with that person? It's like, that's what you want? Have fun. Because that's not going to improve. That's going to continue. That's going to only get worse. Girly, my friend just got hired by a company I applied for. Does it still look like I'll be getting the job with them? Yeah, you still could get the job with them, yeah. Yep. Shar, what are the Aries and the Leo's feelings for each other? Seem to be a mutual relationship of some type. So I don't see like love, commitment, or marriage here, but if this is a love relationship, I would say it could be well functioning as of right now, or they may be happy and content with the Six of Pentacles. But I don't see marriage, love, or commitment here. Depends where they are in their relationship. But it looks okay. Julie, does it make any sense for Terry's son to get a probate lawyer for Terry's bank account? We don't know the amount that's in the account. I can't see. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Well, manipulating people will always get what they want, but it's short term. So you can get what you want by manipulating somebody. Like, you're going to date me, or I'm going to go to your boss and tell him that you stole $5,000. That will work. That will work, absolutely. But you can't manipulate somebody into loving you. You can manipulate somebody into giving you what they want. Yeah. You're not going to tell him X, Y, and Z, because if you do, I am going to go to your husband and tell him that you did this. That works. Manipulation absolutely works. But you cannot manipulate somebody into loving you, and it will only be short term. So yeah, I believe that. I believe that about the manipulation. Exactly. Why would you want some? Right. And that would be my argument to people. Like, I've had somebody say to me once, it was some kind of crazy situation. Well, if she tells, the boyfriend was cheating, and the girl that he was cheating with, okay, the girlfriend said, if the third party tells anybody that they were together, I'm going to go around and tell everybody that he's a sex addict. So you're willing to go around and tell everybody that your boyfriend is a sex addict if she tells the truth that he was having an affair? Or, okay. Now, it kept the girl's mouth shut. She didn't say anything. But is that who you want? Is that how you want him? Because you had to threaten her. You had to threaten him. He's only with you because you're threatening everyone. Is that what you want? And you think that people don't really see this? Because people do. They may not say anything, but people aren't dumb. They see it. And if you're carrying on like this in public and he's choosing that because this is a psychotic thing, You think he's in love with that? Because he's not. He's not. He's just he's afraid of crazy. I'm like, what are you gonna do next? It's crazy. That's not love. You know, like when you love somebody, you want what's best for them. You don't want to take away everything from them. You want to give them things. You know, oh, it makes you happy to go watch a football game, then go watch the football game. It makes you happy to, I don't know, go camping in the woods, go camping in the woods. Not, if you go camping in the woods, I'm going to go to your boss and I'm going to say, well, you stole X, Y, and Z. That's not love. That's not trust. That's not love. That's why would we want to be involved with that? And unfortunately, people get stuck. Lita, just done with my interview for the hotel. They said that they'll try to come up with a way to work my schedule because they don't offer a PM shift. Well, they seem to like my experience. Okay, let's see. I think they're going to try to make it work out. Let's see. Let's see. Well, that's another thing. Chasing love. Okay. When you're chasing love and you want to be loved, you're looking for it from the outside. So whatever's on the outside is not the answer. The answer comes from within. And I know it sounds really corny, but the truth is, it's like somebody who goes out and does a lot of shopping, right? They're just out shopping all the time. They're trying to fill some kind of a void that's inside them. It's the same thing with like chasing love or going out and getting drunk. It's the same thing. There's something that needs to be healed inside you that is craving love from somebody else, because you don't need love from somebody else. You need to figure out why it is so important that you feel love from other people. And it usually comes down to like not feeling worthy or some kind of neglect in childhood, which I think a lot of people suffer from, not because I think parents do it on purpose, but I don't think they knew better. But healing those wounds will not make you attracted to these situations. So once you heal, like, what do I need? Why do I need to feel love from somebody else? Why do I need that? Why am I not just enough as a person? Because there is, you know, people do feel like I need to be in a relationship. I mean, I've known people that they will not leave a relationship, or they have never left a relationship until they knew they were jumping right into the next one, because they couldn't be single for 3 days. I worked with a young girl. I mean, she had a boyfriend. She was cheating on him. She was this, that, the next thing. She wouldn't leave him until she knew that she had another boyfriend to go to. Otherwise, she was going to stay with him. She could cheat on him like hell, but she was going to stay with him. Why? Why can't you be single? Why can't you just focus on something else? Because there's something that was missing in her that needed to be filled by him. She had to be Joe's girlfriend. She had to be Nick's girlfriend. She couldn't just be who she was. And you should like, you're never going to be happy because you're never in the right situation, because you're not healing what needs to be healed, and you're always looking for, like, for my mother was always like the next best thing. Oh, I need a diamond ring. Oh, I need a bigger diamond ring. Oh, I need a new car. Oh, I need another new car. Oh, the house isn't big enough. We need a bigger house. Like, it was never going to be enough. You were never going to get the biggest house. But she needed to work on what was happening inside her, which she didn't know. I mean, we don't, a lot of us are not self-aware. And the only reason why I have any awareness of any of this is because I went through a situation many years ago that was so fucked up that I was like, I gotta be doing this to myself. How could this have happened? And then I started with like therapists and different things, and going down the rabbit hole of why some people are like, why is it that you'll hear the same girl, like, my friend had a friend who was always the other woman, always. And she would have crazy stories, climbing in through the window, sneaking out the back door, in the basement. I mean, crazy. And it was always like funny, and we were always laughing, but not really realizing that really she had very low self-worth. And had she started to work on her shit, she wouldn't have been attracted to those You know, it's almost like if she had been with George, whoever, and George left Susie for her, then she was finally worth something. See, I was chosen. I'm the one. I'm more important. I'm special. There's something about me. That's not true. None of that is true. But it's like that's how she felt in the moment. Wound up getting burnt over and over again. Eventually she was able to grow past it and actually have a well-balanced, well-functioning married life with children and the whole shebang. But it took her a long time to unravel from all of that. And we didn't know. We just thought, oh, she's just crazy, you know? She just does crazy things. And my friend would say to her, God, I'm living my life vicariously through you because I don't have these things happen to me. No, because she wouldn't put herself in those situations. Not because she was better than her or anything, but just because those situations didn't resonate with her. Like, she may have been hurting in other ways and medicated other ways, but it wasn't through bad relationships with taken men. And nobody teaches us this shit. Like, nobody ever said to me, you'll never chase a loser guy if you work on your inner wounds. Nobody ever said that. Like, to me, it was always like, well, he's a player. What did you think? Like, if he did it to her, he'll do it to you. But nobody answered, why was I the one that was attracted to him? And it took me years to figure that out. And, you know, I would always think, well, isn't it ironic that, you know, I keep winding up with the same kind of guy? No, it's not. It actually makes a lot of sense. Anyway. Lita, last night, Kay the Taurus told me that I'm his calm and that he's dying to see me. What's next between us? Romance heating up. Yes, romance should heat up. Slow and steady wins the race, leads to new beginnings. You're probably going to see one another soon, and things could be moving forward. I like it. I like it. Oh, thank you, Lita. All right, so let's give somebody else a question here. How about we give it to the next person, which is Space Cowboy. This question is from Lita. This is a really weird question, but do I have an intelligent personality? Some people think I do. Okay, let's see. For the most part, yeah, I would say, yeah, most people would agree with that. I mean, that's another one of those, like, there's like a spectrum. Like, if you're hanging out with people, average people, yes, you're intelligent. If you're hanging out with a brain surgeon, maybe not. You know what I mean? Like, or an astronaut. But yeah, for the most part, I would say yes, you do. Cosmic, why is Mary F weird with me now? Is it Megan H's influence? It seems like half the people at GS are standoffish with me now, including Karina. Mari used to be friendlier, just like Amber. Okay, let's see. I mean, I don't think it really has anything to do with Megan. I think that you may be kind of sensitive to their energies. And I do think that, like, things are weird around the place. I think everybody's feeling a little bit off, and I think most people are feeling a little bit like they don't know when the next shoe is going to drop. And I think that's kind of coming out in everyone's behavior. I don't think it's anything that's super personal. I think the vibe is going to end up shifting when some of those people leave. What I think is happening is that people are kind of clicking. People are kind of comfortable with one another. On top of that, people are not sure what's happening next. And I think some people are going to start leaving. And once new people start coming in, I think the vibe is going to shift. I would still explore new opportunities because you're not happy there. So why do you want to stay there? RK for tomorrow. Did I do RK? Why do I feel like I did RK? Titty, is TM trying to find another job? I think they may be leaving. I think they're looking for another job, yeah. Yvonne, love for the next 3 months. You have some new opportunities coming in. You have a Scorpio coming in. You have a Cancer coming in. Life is moving forward and you're not looking back on the past. So it's probably new energy coming in with the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition and explore your options could lead you to a successful relationship. Vianney, love. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures and a disappointment heals. You have a new journey here. If you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. If you're not with anyone, moving forward towards greener pastures, possibly with a Virgo or maybe a Capricorn. Disappointments heal and move into the past and life moves forward. Clean music. If I come to work tonight and bring my return to work certification, would they make me stay because I'm not on the schedule? I don't think that they could make you stay. No, I don't think so. RK for tomorrow. Listen to your intuition. You may be spending time with a Leo. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life is moving forward. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? It's freezing in here. Like, why is it so cold? It was 28 degrees when I left this morning. It's like it's spring. Come on. Crescent. Dave wants to purchase property to build a commercial building. Despite this not being the smartest financial decision, is he really going to follow through with it? Let's say. I'm not convinced he's going to follow through with it. No, he's got the Hangman here. It kind of looks a little bit like it's all talk, no action at this point. Tanya, Edward stayed over this time. We were physical. How did he feel? I think he was trying way too hard and it was awkward. Yeah, but he was happy and content with whatever it was that went down. It may have been a little awkward. I mean, things are awkward at first. But feels like growth, change, and transformation that's like things are moving forward towards greener pastures, happy and content around a new journey. Telling you love coming in. Hey, what do you know? Look who shows up. Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Could make you feel like relief and like things are moving forward. You also have a Leo here. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. Explore your options. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs when it comes to love, and life moves forward. Not bad. Sun and Moon. BD has told family that he wants to leave AP. When will he actually put action behind this? Summer, fall. I don't see any action happening here. As of right now, to me, it looks like all talk and no action. I can't give you a time frame because I don't see one as of right now. Let's see what happens. Giorgio, why does my daughter have an attitude with me now? May feel like she was treated unfairly with something. It may actually be a misunderstanding, but feels like she was treated unfairly about something. Well, this woman, what am I going to do with her? I think he figured it out, though. All about Maine. How you been? What's Lamar's intentions and feelings towards this relationship? Okay, so this is how he reads. He reads as somebody that comes off as like kind of like calm or cool or like maybe even a little stoic, but his intentions are for things to improve. He is committed to this relationship and he's looking for communication to either come in or pick up or spend more time together. Like that, his actions might not always meet that. Like you may feel like sometimes he pulls away or sometimes he's distant, but he really does want things to move forward. And there's like long-term commitment here possible. I haven't heard about the Selena drama. What I can do is when I go on the treadmill, I can see if I can get the juice and let you know in the next live stream, but I haven't heard. I mean, I know they dated a long time ago. That's it? Okay, what about, did I answer for Adonis yet? And I didn't answer for Mel. And then I'll do my, I'll see. I'll let you know what I think. I'm sure it's probably all over YouTube. Freezing over here. Olivia, will MS and I get to see each other in May? Yeah, you guys could make that happen. Yeah, most likely. Life's just lifing us over here too. Adonis V's intentions at the moment. First card I turned over. Maybe looking for a little bit of passion. Well, Empress here is bringing in love too. So love, money, abundance, perseverance pays off. Communication should be coming in. Pretty good. Pretty good. Comet, do you see anything happening around love during my vacation? Do you have a water sign around? Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer? Possibly a Leo. Exploring your options leads to success. Listen to your intuition and happiness comes in. Yeah, there's potential. There is potential for sure. Mel for the rest of the week. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. You may have a new job or business opportunity present itself that brings in a little bit more financial stability. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or possibly a Libra. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, and you could have some money headed your way. Alrighty, I am going to wrap it up. Oh, let me do June. Reading on Sagittarius for this week. Reading for Sagittarius for this week. Sagittarius has a wish that comes true. Negativity is moving into the past. Success comes in around work, school, or business, and life may change for them for the better quickly. Their luck is changing for the better. They may be spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward for them this week. It looks pretty good, pretty positive. All about me, and if I go with the franchise, how long would I be there? Well, you would have potential to stay there long term. Well, I got between 3 and 5. So, I mean, I guess it could be 3 and 5 months if you were just setting up the franchise. But if you were going to work at a franchise, it could be 3 to 5 years, or with the opportunity to work there long term. Mihak, general. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward. Maybe feeling as if life has come into balance, or life is coming into balance. You have the world at your feet, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You may reconnect with an old friend or someone you haven't seen in a while. Alrighty. I'm going to wrap it up, and I will be back on, well, it's already 12. I don't know if I'll be back on this afternoon. I may just come back on tonight. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Thank you all very much for being here. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.